What up, y'all? It's the Unk Nephew podcast, man. Today it's nephew Jerrel Beamon, my unk over here.
What's up?
Raymond Jackson, man. And, you know, we always struggling to come up with the proper intro. We always arguing over intro and semantics and all that shit. And Ray never be knowing where we even at half the time. So before we even introduce y'all to our guests, you don't.
Really?
You're first stage all-timers, nigga. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on at all.
I still get plenty of erections.
I don't know how you work. Do you still work? There's no way you work at it.
I'm smarter than you.
Hold on. He said erections.
I am smarter than you.
Alzheimer's don't have nothing to do with
I don't have no Alzheimer's.
penis
I
agility.
just don't
He
care
forgot that
about
because he has Alzheimer's.
No, I don't have Alzheimer's or anything. Don't put that on.
Look, man, Dionte, look. We got our guest today. We'll get you a blue pill. We'll get you a blue pill later. We got our guest today, Dionte Allen, everybody.
Yeah.
Dionte.
Make some noise for
He's
me.
a man of many talents, comic, poet, promoter, all that, man. But I'm going to ask you real quick, since you're so talented, Dionte, man, if you could just get a nice little beat going for me, a beatbox beat.
Right,
I'm about to kick a freestyle.
Anybody got a pen? Anybody got a pen? Let me see.
Oh, you could do it with the hands?
Hey.
All right. Wait. It's doing the effect on my headphones there. I don't like that
So
beat.
we can't even
I
do
don't like
that.
that
We're not
beat.
doing that.
I
All
don't
right.
like that beat.
Ask me again.
I've seen you beatbox before.
Ask me again.
Yeah, do it. There, beat. Hit the beat. Turn my headphones up. Hit the beat. Okay.
Hey.
All right. Hey.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey.
We about to get it. Unk Nephew. Coming to you. Unk Nephew. At the damn fool.
Just like them damn Thundercats.
Yeah.
Ain't
We about to
dropped
get
a
it.
line yet.
Yeah. We really with it. Yeah. You know what it is. I got the stick. What? Never mind. I don't got no stick. Oh, Ray Dick can't get hard. Ooh, he knows that I got bars.
Didn't I tell you to quit talking? just did the interviewing, man. That was one of the most awful.
I'm a great comic, a great podcaster, and rapper. I can freestyle on comedy and rap, dog. It's just, I'm sorry.
This is what happened when they get the kids Chromebooks. They don't actually read anymore. They don't know words.
All right, man. You can cut the beat.
They don't know words.
You can cut the beat, man. Thank you. Welcome, Dionte.
Sounded like my 8th grade year in lunch.
Get it on, Dionte, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm happy as hell to be here, man.
Man, you
Good.
had any shows the past week at all? Any?
No, definitely not booked and busy. If anybody's
Looking for a PPP loan.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? If anybody got some work for your boy, I'll
He
play
waiting
it,
for
man.
that sixth stimulus.
I'll play it, man. I actually was I was afforded the opportunity to go do mic work Westside Dayton at Arena's Bar, which is Charmaine Petty Blunt's mic, so it's called
Shout
mic
out
work.
to Charmaine.
What up,
man.
Charmaine?
It was a fire lineup, man. We had Dick Dickerson, we had Funny Guy Fish, we had Sister Lulu, we had Chalk Day Peace, we had me, we had somebody, Tim Purvis. Like it was a lot of good people there to just have fun. We had Miko. The hood hero,
crazy.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a great time. So yeah, definitely booked
That's
in
what's
business.
up. I did that a little earlier this summer. I had Dick Dickerson and some other people.
Yeah.
That's about as far as my memory works, man.
So you are first stage also.
No, I am not.
It's
I
regressive.
I don't have time to be remembering stuff that I.
He don't be remembering so many stories, Dionte. Like as a how long you been doing stand up?
A long time.
He don't even got a
Because he don't
number.
remember.
Like 15 to 17 years, something like that.
It's funny how he said, I don't have the time to remember. Yeah, you don't, bro. You got more behind you than you do in front of you, man. Like,
Man,
It'd be other stuff that be going on, so I don't really be having time to. I remember certain things, but have you got to the point where you can't remember chicks that you had sex with? Have you got to that point yet?
yeah,
Like,
but
I don't even remember doing that. I had a chick walk up on me like, "You don't remember back in the day we hooked up?" And I'm like, "No."
but see, here's this. My
I mean, she's married with children now. I'm like, damn, I tapped you. I don't
You don't remember it?
Is
It
one of
must
them
not
mine?
been good.
I'll tell you this though. For me, it's not because my memory phased me. It's because of alcoholism. Like 9 out of 10, I was
alcohol
doing,
too.
Yeah, like that's what it probably was for me.
I was drinking gin and juice back then, like around the '94 era. So
I was drinking Four Locos, nigga. Like, it was terrible.
I
Really? You
mean,
wasn't
I
even
didn't
here
for
yet.
Before they was outlawed.
I haven't forgotten names. There's just some names I didn't ask. Like I just didn't. I didn't know. There was nothing to forget.
That's how you end up with Fred, man. You better start investigating, man.
End up with Fred?
Yeah, they talking about he didn't ask any names or nothing.
Oh shit, yeah.
Who Fred?
Yeah,
is that your
Put 'em
neighbor?
on.
Who the fuck is Fred?
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
You can't
what I'm
just
telling
reference
you.
people. Hey,
That's how you end
get
up
the
with
camera
Fred.
on me. Fuck him.
That's how you get Eddie.
How
Who
do
is
you-
Eddie?
You gonna mess around and get
Who's
monkeypox. You gonna get monkeypox. You better start asking names.
I thought you was about to say that's how. Bruh, did y'all hear about Mystical, man?
Nah, educate me.
He
Oh my
raped
God.
somebody, didn't he?
Again.
Again, twice?
He's assaulting again. We gotta say assault.
Hey, he
He's
must be-
assaulting.
This man must be stopped, y'all. He has to be stopped.
Well, I think
He's
he's gonna be stopped.
Danger! Get on the floor.
No, but in all seriousness, it's pretty.
So has he
It's
been
pretty
been arrested and everything?
Yeah, due process and all that. But it's like, bro,
This nigga said, I came here with my dick in my hand. Don't make me come and put a foot up your ass. Be cool.
That's usually a bad sign for
That's how he started the song. So are we really like
the girls probably are like, wait a minute, who's he? Who's he?
the nigga right there?
He ain't even put no money up, but he got his thing out.
He
I'm
got his
like,
thing in
no.
his hand.
yeah, man.
Have you
He's
ever
definitely going to jail.
But I've been to some like bachelor parties where we had girls and stuff, and you will be kind of
Be careful. Be careful.
No, I'm not gonna say any names.
It's like Mystical is not that bad.
Nah, man. But
Back
I mean,
in my-
maybe.
no,
Back in the
no.
80s,
We've all done the
we was
Mystical.
all
Nah.
cocaine was everywhere.
Nah, but you'll see some people like I've seen some guys like really get out of character when
Yeah.
Oh, that's
chicks
what you mean.
get
Yeah,
naked. Like
yeah.
I remember one time they like put baked beans on the chicken. And like me and my dude was just over here, we was just cool having conversation. And the other dude was like, "What? They got baked beans on y'all didn't tell me?" And he just jumped right in. And I was just like,
The man right here.
"Yeah." I'm like,
I already filled my plate up with mac and cheese. Y'all brought baked beans?
y'all just eating baked beans off of a stranger.
Actually, let's do this since Dionte is 30, but he's more. I'm just gonna. So he looks great. By the way, I don't know how you look so young. I don't know. So we're gonna morph him in with me. You talking about rappers being trash today? Fucking Mystical, bro. Mystical just screamed and he was off beat and shit. Like, and apparently he was assaulting. So you know what?
Okay.
Every
we're winning.
era
What are we
has
talking about here?
trash.
We're winning.
No, you're not.
Hold on. Time out.
Okay.
Has anyone
you're
ever
not.
said Mystical's
No.
top 5?
Here's this.
Never.
Actually, wait. If we're talking about he's a trash rapper, what metrics are we comparing him to?
No, he said he's a trash
flow,
rapper.
wordplay, fucking delivery, rhyme scheme. It's all. He's just a hype man who raps.
All right, so
That's all
here's
he is.
this. What's the difference between Mystical and the dude that what was his name? Akinyele, who made Put It in Your Mouth. Everybody loved his albums, but he was talking about a lot of bad shit.
Yeah, the whole album?
He has a whole
didn't know
album,
that.
bro.
I just
It-
remember the song.
It's aggressive rap, like
Yeah, but it's
aggressive
for
rap.
it was for the club. It was
No,
you
it was
know,
for Freaknik and domestic violence. That's what that shit was
Everybody-
for.
I mean, but after you done had about 3 Hennessy's, put it in your mouth sounds, chicks is dancing to
Nobody's
it.
trying to listen to Illmatic while you're.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit right now.
Great album, one of the best albums ever. But
Ain't nobody. Hey.
life's a bitch, and then you.
Nah, I don't want to hear. Put that in your mouth back on.
Hey,
Remember the one girl? Do y'all remember when y'all? What would she say? My neck,
my back, lick my and my crack.
Yeah, I mean,
My face was here for all of that.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
man, these new female rappers top all of that. Though, man.
yeah,
they're-
they are. They are.
But can they actually rap? And there are only so few of them where I'm like, hey, she
They can rap,
rapping,
man.
rapping.
But
Is
they
Like,
can
there
rap.
like? Let me hear the Cardi B song. Like
Cardi B can rap.
she
Cardi can rap.
But everything, like Cardi, okay, I know you like the fuck.
Nah,
okay,
she had that
I
one
know
song,
this.
"Be Careful with Me." I remember that.
Was that a video? Was there a video for it?
Bro, you got.
I didn't see that one. I'm gonna look that up.
You probably forgot it first stage.
No, I did not forget it.
You got Cardi B, you got Megan, you got Tierra Whack, you got Cash Doll. Who made
Cash Doll won
where the money yet?
Cash Doll sounds like a stripper name,
bro. But she can spit though.
Yeah, it just sounds.
And then
like
also,
it.
if you know, to like cross brand, if y'all look up I-95, bro, they got a lot of like female rappers on there that can rap, bro. Like they can rap. They can hold their own against some of these dudes.
Why can't they get put on? Like
this is
really
probably
get put
the
on.
best era to be a female rapper though.
Why is that?
Like, because there's more big female rappers than ever. Like back in the day, the only way you could really be a big female rapper, like big. Yeah. Where I'm like, you're on the charts high. I know Queen Latifah, MC, all of them are OGs in it. But none of them had hits as high as these new female rappers now. Now these female rappers collab with each other.
That's a fact.
They don't need to collab with guys to get a big hit. Trina had to collab with Trick Daddy.
She said she had an ass that's bigger than the sun.
I mean, they made a song called "Ladies First." They collabed, man.
Who?
Moni Love and Queen Latifah.
How high did that chart?
It charted on the rap. I don't know.
Who cares about Billboard when the streets are talking? Though?
You know, artists care about Billboard.
Right.
That check's different.
Yeah, streaming changed that though. We know that.
But you know what though? Real talk, because I hear you say the ladies got flows and stuff. But if they do get the push, are they allowed to be who they are, or do they have to fit that image?
Oh, they gotta fit the image for sure. Yeah.
It's the latter, and then the ones who are considered rebels because they don't choose to fit the profile, bruh. It's exactly why rappers like Rhapsody will be so motherfucking talented and has worked with every like amazing person in the industry and still don't get no recognition. She don't even get mentioned, bruh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Because they consider her like a female backpack rapper, basically. Yeah. Men got to fit into a thing, too. It's a little more, we have a little more options now compared to like the 90s and 2000s. Yeah. But for a while, you had to be hardcore. You had to be yo, nigga, I'm doing this and that. You couldn't just be like, hey, I'm from the suburbs. I'm wearing book bags.
I come from that era, though.
Do that.
Okay.
I came from the era where you did not want to be like anyone else.
But niggas
originality.
That's fair though.
That was called the golden era.
Yeah.
I can list you of guys that did hardcore. I can list you just like conscious rap.
You can do that now though.
Yeah, but we talking about back when it was like it was a lane that was being carved out, not like this is the slot you gonna fit in. It's you know what I'm saying? Like,
but even, Dionte, bro,
what's up?
When gangster rap really blew up, you saw a bunch of motherfuckers all of a sudden. Just trying to be like, oh, we gotta ride the gangster rap wave.
Okay.
Like you seen MC Hammer does a whole different album. Now he's like, I'm from Oaktown, bitch, and all these different groups
and that's
switched up because that's
when
that
corporate and art intersected.
There's a difference.
Corporate ruined it. They told them, if you want to sell, you got to sound like
So the argument that we're making is what KRS-One always talks about, is that there's a difference between hip hop and rap. Yeah. Rap is a dialect. Hip hop is the culture. The music industry perverted and pimped out the hip hop industry and made rap the thing. But when you sit and think about it, like going back to your point, Ray, like when Busta Rhymes and all them were coming up, like they were bringing their like cultural energy on stage to like dance hall stuff, right? If you go back and look at Wu-Tang and when Busta was first coming up, it makes you really process how scary of a dynamic he had to bring to his competition that was in the same class as him, because he's coming on stage, he's giving you lyricism, he's giving you like energy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that shit can't be replicated.
Yeah. Do you know who put them guys on? Like Buster's part of the leaders of the new school.
For sure.
Chuck D put these guys on. And Hank Shockley, like literally gave them the name. Like they had like a big group of rappers that they were trying to put on. And stuff.
Wow.
So they were like, this is really a manufactured group that they found the people. And a lot of people didn't know that. I did not know that until I heard Buster talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying earlier, I do feel like male rappers, compared to the 90s, the golden era, have more, they can be more than just prototype. I'm a hard thug and shit. Like, it seemed like for a while that's what you had to do until Kanye came in and really switched shit up. Before him, because really the gangster rap pushed out all that Afrocentric stuff like Brand Nubian and all those dudes. The New York sound,
we had a point where all that existed, though.
It always exists. We're talking about who gets the love.
But the sales of the gangster rapper
was way higher.
Yeah, so now,
just like,
so if you want to get put on, you got to do.
But just like,
that's
you
the
got
thing.
rappers like Rhapsody, like he said, dope female rappers that aren't in the box of, hey, look at my coochie and all that, but they're not getting the same opportunity and push because they're not fitting into the box of, hey, talk about your coochie.
Because the kingmakers aren't concerned about talent; they're concerned about numbers now.
And I would also argue, bro, like there's this thing where, like, yeah, we got the mainstream industry, but the underground industry is still a thing. So it's like, yeah, you might not have, for example, let's go back to like old time and in the golden era, right? Before black people had the know-how of how to navigate that system advantageously. Like you had to honestly have the money and know somebody and have a connect at a radio station and have a mouthpiece to really get them to put your single on top of this. Is back when it was radio, and this is like, it took so much for you just to get a cassette recorded. So like, you got to think a lot of how music was being pushed, it wasn't even really like that way. That was the innovative way. Before then, the norm really was, I'm about to get this single out, I'm about to get a whole bunch of tapes recorded and then just put it out there, and hopefully, like, if people caught on within your neighborhood, and then you hear your song being played by people 2 boroughs away, like that was how that was really going on.
Hopefully do enough shows, get management, get introduced to A&R at a label, and back then A&R would actually develop the artist.
It was a different hustle.
Now they coming up to you. You got to have at least 2 million streams already, and you already done did the work. And they're like, hey, nigga, do you want to sign this contract?
But comedy and rap is like, they're so closely related with how the industry is ran. Because I know during lockdown, on Clubhouse, I was like on there a lot and just hearing how people within the comedy community were just holding conversation, and like you could hear a lot of these it's from comedians to show promoters, from club owners, talking about how like there's this need where it's like, you know, being a comedian now, like you really, well, not even now, but like in the time we're in as a comedian, you have to be a one house hub where you are your own marketing, you are your own box office, you are your own funny, you are your own writer, and you can put your own shows together, and you have your own numbers on social media. Because if not, right now the clubs care a lot about getting those seats filled. And so, like, you know, streams matter in hip hop as much as numbers and followings have seemed now to matter in comedy. And there's
without a doubt,
there's so much like connectivity to that.
Yeah, that's all about how you know how to actually push your brand and all of that. And comedy has so many niche parts in it, just like rap. But music and comedy always been real different and similar at the same time. But man, we got on a whole tangent there, man. We talking about rap music and all that. We haven't even gotten into you or anything.
Let me ask both of y'all real quick, just a question. What? Would you better be like the cat that's like the one-hit wonder, or would you rather be the cat that just kind of rose organically up to the top?
Rose. Who would pick one-hit wonder?
Well, some people would. Some people like, I could get out there. Like, and what I mean by that, like, you got on at the right place at the right time and you just popped.
Yeah,
but I hear you. I hear you, though, because most of them don't maintain for a while. So at the end of the day, even if you get what I'm saying is, to conclude on this, even if you get the likes, the streams and all that, at the end of the day, you still got to have the talent, skills to maintain that as you go through the process. Because if you don't, or you don't have the ability to reinvent yourself, you fade away.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think like that's what makes the artistry of comedy. Because like, even though you are a stand-up comedian, like that's a form of art that you do, and I think that's where the artistry of being a comedian kicks in, because it's not more so you like comparing yourself to other people, but you know, like I can only compare myself to who I was last year, who I was today, who I was at my last show. And that kind of innovation, sometimes like that shit kicks my ass, man, because it's like you have to stay in a space where you are creative. Like you have to, or you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah,
and over.
you got to reinvent in anything you do.
Or you got to evolve.
You got to expand.
Reinvent. Evolve's another word for reinvent. Man, why you have to try to one up me with a bigger word? Why you have to
He's
do that?
using
Why
the big words today.
He got the words on top of words. Like,
well, I wouldn't say reinvent.
You go to Bel Air Academy.
I'm a conversationalist, brother. West Side, okay.
Walking encyclopedia over there.
Hey,
This is good. You got the Taurus in his pocket. I don't even know if I said it right. He knows if I said it right. He knows.
Thesaurus. It's thesaurus, actually.
Thesaurus.
I don't.
Man, nah, for real. We do got to get into you, man.
Where's
Why
it
we
start?
really got you here, man. You're a stand-up comic from Dayton, Ohio. We're all from Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
I had the pleasures of meeting you, I think, at the Funny Bone back when they did like an open mic. Like, they would do it like every now out of nowhere. And I think I met you was working there. I remember he was using all these the thatch trick. Was it the
Thesaurus?
Thesaurus. He was using all these
words.
thesaurus words back then. He had a Miami shirt on. I was like, nigga, I just dropped out of community college. I was insecure. I didn't want to speak to this guy, but he was very intelligent in how he broke down comedy. Yeah, I hadn't even seen you go up yet, but part of me is like, yo, this dude. I feel like if I see him go up, like, it's about to be some real intricate stuff. And then the first time I saw you was at the Springfield open mic that Chris Kowalski
And I
had.
bombed.
And awful. 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 He had a notebook in his hand.
Reading poetry damn near, bro. Like, oh my God.
Came in there expeditiously. He left out of there
Terrible,
pathetically.
bro.
I remember when it was going bad, he was like, hey, maybe these jokes just ain't for y'all. Maybe that's what this means.
Yeah, because here's this. When you doing bad, you got to figure out a way to use some reverse psychology on them. Like, it's not me, it's y'all. Like, y'all suck.
Y'all suck. I did
You
good
know?
last night.
Yeah, you know.
His
I
whole
hate
set-
those comedians.
his
I hate
whole-
those comedians.
His whole set became destitute.
Oh my God, it was terrible, bro.
He just gonna start using big words like,
Yeah, he
I know a
just-
few big words.
I was the first TI in
He's like,
comedy.
this is egregious. While he was bombing, he was like, this is egregious how you guys are treating my act. You're a bunch of ignoramuses.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
No,
it was
but
great.
in all seriousness, though, even though
That you
I saw
bounced
you
back.
had that rough night, I mean, I done seen you so many nights since just do great to the point where whenever I'm going out on the road and you're available, I try to always reach out like, hey, man, I'm closing out this show. Are you able to just do 15 in between or 20 come out feature, whatever?
Hey.
And he's always down, man. He always
I got
puts
two
on.
words. No, only. This is like an inside joke, but it'll make sense in a minute. Blanket man.
Blanket man. Yeah, like blanket man.
We were all there that night.
Yeah.
Christ, man.
I don't know. We got trying to
so
get into the
damn
legend
much.
of Blanket Man in
It
Cincinnati.
was a legendary
but,
night.
Shout out to the office. Shout out to Maria for hosting an amazing event.
Man,
man.
they gave for people watching.
We got
Dionte
heckled.
was on the show. We were just all on the show where it was a regular lineup, us going up, and the host gave a guest spot to a dude who was like, "Yo, man, I'm like the funniest dude in the city, man." And the host was trying to set him up for failure, but dude's name, we never knew his real name. His stage name was Blanket Man. It's Blanket Man. He had a jean jacket and he wrapped it around. Y'all
He
probably
had
don't
on
remember.
the-
He wrapped it around like
He
this.
had on the outfit from.
And he was running around like, I'm Blanket Man. And we were like,
He had on the outfit from 1993. I just
look, this is how you talk. This is how you talk. He's like mush mouth from Fat Albert. You didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, this nigga speaking in fluent cursive right now. I don't know what's going on.
That man needed a tight jacket.
Apparently he kills people, man.
No. He burns. He burns pastors' houses down.
They
That's
said
what he
leave him
said.
alone. He was on his phone just smiling at it. Wasn't even on. I
the
remember
phone
I was
had
up
no
there.
service.
I was like,
Hey.
dude, your phone ain't even on, dog.
Hey, I was doing my set. He was on that phone. Like I said, I don't know who he's talking to, but it's very serious.
He was one of them people where it's like you got to be mindful of how you engage with him because it could go left or it could go right.
But how could you engage? You know what our come together moment was?
What?
was when I sang Candy to him. And
you did bring it
together.
together.
And I sang him all the way out of the club.
Well, nigga, right when you was singing, the bouncer finally did
That's
his
what
he
I
finally
like.
clocked in. This nigga was at home.
Finally, where have
He's
you
after
been?
like the song with security. Security
Right.
finally showed, but you're right. He was calming down
he was
for
like,
it's like a lullaby.
It's already secure now, nigga. Go home. We got it.
I was like, I had to do Remember the Hits to get his ass out. I was like, thank.
Every comedian
At the end
is
of
a
the night,
bouncer.
we told him it was his show, though. Remember that? We was like, it's your show. It's your
Yeah,
show.
no,
Tell
it
crazy
was.
people whatever they need to hear. That's
I
all
was
it is.
gonna say to you though, man. Shoot, you got when I first really started meeting you, seeing you around. I knew you really had something, but I never really understood. We talked about how you started and all that, and you know that's a very basic way to get into it. I want to get more into when did you know you were funny?
When did I know I was
When did you
funny?
know you were funny?
Man, it was honestly, I think it was when I got I got the opportunity to perform with Jerrel Underwood. I got a chance to perform with Jerrel Underwood my first few months in. I think
You didn't think you were funny before the Jerrel Underwood?
nah, like cause honestly, do you ever really like? Do you really know when you're funny, when you think you're funny versus like you start to see how your environment responds to you when you've really done a good night of funny? No.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So-
I it's like sometimes you like Ray. We was talking about on another episode, just knowing like
Yeah.
that's what the reason why I even went up to do stand up is because I just thought like I'm funny. Like
Yeah.
so now I'm thinking you was going into stand up, not even really flat out knowing or thinking. you was funny.
I didn't. I think for me, like it was something I always wanted. Like I was always drawn to. Like I was the kid that was staying up when you had the return to button on your remote. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
remember
watching
that.
shit I
I was
wasn't
the last
supposed to
generation
watch.
for
Like
that. Yep.
like bro, like I grew up on like Def Jam and like all that shit, and knowing the TV supposed to be off. So like that and sketch comedy and all those shows were like really big for me. Like coming to the stage and all that shit. So I always knew I wanted to try it, but not until I think I got out of college was when I realized, oh, there's a comedy club in Dayton. What? Oh, Wiley's. What is this? You know, and then exploring that, and then coming to a like the first couple mics, and then seeing, all right, now I'm looking at this as the science of comedy. Like I feel like if he had did this differently, maybe it would have worked better. You know, and then getting up and trying it. And I think the first time I went up, Larry Hagan was closing out Sunday comedy.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
UD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had just so happened to work at Cox Media with Larry anyway. So I didn't even know he was a comedian until like that night. But I think it was probably around when I did the Zeta show with Jerrel Underwood.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
okay.
linked you on to Jerrel Underwood so early in your career?
Black women.
Black women.
Black women.
Black women just love you.
The village of black women I got around me, bro. Like my home. So at the time I was dating a young lady, and then she had a mutual friend with my homegirl Emmy, and then she was a Zeta, and I think she knew of an opportunity going on. I think she knew I was interested in comedy as well. So she informed my girlfriend. My girlfriend informed me, and I just shot my shot to audition. And that was when I was meeting like a person like Daryl or like a Dusty or like my guy Ed John, and just seeing like who was really showing up. And then after getting into comedy, like the scene here, now I'm seeing them around more.
All right.
Yeah, so it was cool.
So going to you now, Unk. I got a quick question for you, both of y'all, if y'all don't mind. Both it'll all relate to what's going on. We're recording. Was it August 1st right now? We don't know when this episode will be out. It's August 1st. I wasn't aware that today is apparently National Girlfriends Day. I
What type of
didn't.
bullshit is that?
What is that? Who
made
approved
that?
And
that?
apparently neither of y'all do.
Shit,
No,
how many holidays do they need?
Yeah, what's going on here?
How many do
like
y'all
Valentine's
get?
How many
Day,
times do I got to go broke a year, Jesus? That's what it sounds like.
Sweetie's Day. Who came up with that?
Apparently, Sweetie Day is for us. That's for the guys. Apparently, you still got to buy
Hell,
your own gift.
Yeah, I'm just now. Shit.
He was like, I never got one Sweetie's Day.
I ain't
You
got-
know what?
Shit, I got
Actually-
a bill to pay. That's
You know
what I
what?
got.
I just gave my girlfriend a back rub probably around midnight yesterday. So technically that
Nigga,
was
she thought that was for.
yeah, that was
She thought
that's
that
not the pregame. That wasn't the smoke. That was the fire. That was it. That was it.
Man, I didn't know. I'm about to. I think I'm in trouble when I get back to the crib.
Why is that?
I had no idea.
Well, make it up. Shit. You
I
better do a card like when you was in 3rd grade. Here you go.
You gonna put some macaroni on it?
But
Like an idiot.
But you know, if you've been with your chick for a while, you be like, yeah, girl, I ain't celebrating that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit mean that.
How many relationships have you been in?
How long have you been in a relationship, Ray?
A lot.
How many real? I mean, real, not
a lot.
Use the one that just said you forgot girls' names. So you is not. You is not the Dr. Phil of this.
I've been in like 5 good relationships.
5, dog. You're 50.
That's one relationship every 10 years.
And
5?
He was dating when he was 10.
5.
How long? The longest one?
Oh man, probably about 3-4 years.
3-4 years is the longest.
So
this
why'd y'all break
50-year-old
up?
man.
So why'd y'all break up?
That's crazy.
I've never heard an older man breakup story. Why'd y'all break up?
He's like, he's looking at the camera guy right now. Like,
it just wasn't working.
Okay.
And it's probably me because I'm a different type. No, I'm not. Well, I can.
You're a loner.
Most comics are introverts. I'm not a loner. I got plenty of friends, but I like to have my space. I do. If I was to get married, I need. This is my area.
Yeah,
like
a man cave.
No, I just need my
You're
area.
Like,
Don't
this
even
is
come.
My house.
Patrice talks about that though.
I need my area for real. I mean, as you see, you're still at home and everything. You're used to noise and shit like that. And when I first moved out, it was so quiet that I was, because I grew up in the house. I was the youngest. I was the only boy. And it was always, I was like, you got that corner over there. And I finally got my own shit. And I like the quietness.
I like my corner.
Yeah, now I got my own
and
stuff.
she wanted
your corner, bro.
Are you OCD?
Still holding on to your corner?
Are you an OCD guy?
No, I'm not. Are you OCD, Dionte?
No, but I do think like living with women.
Seeing your apartment going in, are you OCD? That would explain the apartment.
I have.
Hold on, Ray.
I don't think I'm a 10, but I think I'm somewhere between the 7 and the 8.
Hold on, Ray. Hold on, because I'm also 30, and I think you just might have like young dude slob energy, Jerrel. I feel like there's a difference because I feel like you should not walk into a trashy apartment.
No, I'm not saying his
everywhere.
apartment looks like no one. He looks like he's ready to sell it. It
definitely looks like he just cleaned
There's
up the crime.
not one dish in a sink ever.
Yeah.
Every time it's
that's a
normal
model
for
apartment.
there to be one dish. There's never a dish.
I just like to have clean.
Hey Johnny, it looks like a model apartment, bro. Like if you walk into it, it's like a model
clean
apartment.
stuff. I like
girls be thinking he's about to chop them up.
Like,
and shit.
Oh yeah, Dexter.
Like,
nah, man, but it's like some chicks, man. Like if I get out of the bed first, and we're about to do, I expect you to make up the bed.
That's fine.
Yeah, I've had some chicks that didn't do that.
I mean, it's your house, though.
But
I
also,
would think that you would.
I mean,
I look at it like this: if you the last out of bed, just make the bed.
But
true.
Hey, but there's some chicks that won't do that, man.
And don't invite them back over.
Well, there you go.
So, guys,
but wait a minute. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Some of them come back over now. Shit.
Okay.
That's how. There's a good reason. There's a good reason that bed got like that. But I'm just saying, I can get very particular. Like
he wants to.
It got messy for a reason.
It got messy for a reason now.
Imagine doing it and the bed looks completely fine, right?
Would it be a raised spot? Like, yo,
he would be OCD.
What kind of military fold are you doing, brother? You could bounce a quarter off these sheets.
Like I had a friend. And I always like to pull my shower curtain from front to back.
This is OCD kicking.
Yeah, I like that.
This bitch left to right.
But she wants to pull it from back to front, but she never puts it back the way she found it.
She leaves the toilet seat up, Dionte.
Look, man.
She drives me crazy.
If he was like one of those,
she leaves the toothbrush sitting out, nephew. You see what I'm saying?
If he was one of those like marquee headliners at all the A clubs, he'd get mad as fuck if a host even like pointed a mic stand in the wrong way.
But haven't you seen?
He would be like,
but haven't you seen comics like that though?
I'll tell you this: the only time my OCD kicks in is when I was working at the Funny Bone and like how I want that cord wrapped up. Where I want the stool sitting, where I want the mic stand sitting. It's like, what is the most convenient way for this to be set up for a comedian to come up here and do their thing? That's the only time my OCD kicks in.
I tell you what, as a comedian, you know what upsets me?
What?
It's when we get on stage and there's no stool there.
Oh yeah.
And because I don't have anywhere to
you
sit.
can't hump the stool now.
Well, I haven't humped the stool in a while. I'm going to
can't
start that back.
You can't do your octopus joke.
But not even that. But like, I like to put my drink right there.
Yeah.
Sometimes for when you get like an applause break or something, that's like my moment to kind of like be. But then if my drink's not there, I'm so used to that.
Man, I'm with what
sometimes
you are.
I don't take the mic out of the stand. If you ever notice,
What you are with the stool, I am with the mic stand, bro. Like when there's a show with no mic stand, and most hood shows never be having the goddamn mic stand. I get mad. I'm already mad that this show's 2 hours late, and that nigga, like the host is doing 50 minutes in between everybody. Now I gotta just hold my microphone. Mic. When I act out, I move my hands a lot. I gotta.
You know what grinds my gears, bro?
Subtle things people don't know.
Hold up, what grinds
you know
your
what grinds my gears? Doing the show and there's only a wireless mic. I do
like a cord. Sometimes you could do funny things with a cord. I do like a cord.
It's like painting the picture for the and you're like, really, y'all gave me a cordless mic? Now I gotta. And then they didn't even charge the battery up.
Oh my god!
Oh, it dies in the middle.
What?
I had a mic that died in the middle when I was doing the set. They had me performing at an amusement park in the big stage, a Land of Illusion. The microphone just cut right out in the middle of my set. It was right when I started talking about crackers and stuff. I said the word crackers and the mic cut off. I was like, oh, I'm getting kicked out. The crackers are kicking me out. They was like, no. The microphone's dead. And dude had a Dollar General bag with 30 loose batteries in it. He was just digging through it, and he was like, "Is that alive? Oh no, that's the dead one. That's the, what?
Just standing there looking like, really?"
And everybody was waiting, like, what else? What's happening?
One time my mic was going out, I just started imitating the NFL referee. I was just like, first down, and the crowd just was like, hell nah. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with this damn
mic.
Gotta
improv off that shit.
It was something about my dude down in Louisville, the club. He had his wireless microphone. No matter what, if I ever did my joke about black girls giving head and I jerked off the mic, it didn't matter. No matter what, however I do it, no matter how light I would do it or I would be like loose, it would just
There's a tight shot of you right now. It would just going like this.
It's gonna go viral.
Oh gosh. Yeah, me and my girl.
I'm gonna become a GIF. I'm gonna just
like, what is he doing?
That boy is sweet.
But you know what's crazy, man? Like it's like so many things can go left when you on stage, and like the way that you handle it, the crowd would never know that wasn't a thing that was supposed to happen.
Facts.
Yeah.
As long as you act like you don't know it's weird, like they think it's weird, but they don't know that you think it's weird. Like you can finesse, and finessing in general, man. You got it's a art.
Yeah.
To the masquerading, what's going on. Cause what was it? The show that Blanket Man. Yeah, Blanket Man.
Yeah.
Like with that, like everyone was irritated that he was there, but as long as you're still in the mode that you're in control, they'll get confident enough in you. Like, okay,
I
he
had
knows
that
what's
tested
happening.
recently on my last show for In the Cut though. Like I had that boundary pushed, man. So for my tickets I do, like I have a very supportive audience, right? So 9 out of 10, whoever comes to the show, I'm going to know them. But let's pause and rewind for you. For sure. Let's explain to the audience what In the Cut is.
Explain.
Let's talk about it. All right, man. So In the Cut is a opportunity where I basically create a comedy showcase where the whole theme of it basically is where it's like the last place you go to, I feel like, before you hit a comedy club. It's not a comedy club. It's definitely not an open mic. It is strictly a showcase for people who are well-rounded on the microphone. And what I like to do is basically create this platform for people who have been inspiring me in comedy. And it's really a space for people who love laughter, humor, storytelling, and art of those things, man. But I've done 2 so far, and they've been very successful. I've had a great turnout. We have the catering, everything for it. The food's been amazing. The vibe's been amazing. Shout out to Genuine Works for supporting us and sponsoring us. Shout out to Genuine Works. Shout out to Dana Graham. She has been a big team player for me. And just the team it takes for me to even do that, man, to make sure that I have a platform and sponsors as well who make sure that I can provide artists meaningful compensation for the work that we do. Because in this comedy thing, like often we get asked to do our services, but people don't want to compensate us outside of wings and fries. Like, I can't pay Vectrin with that, nigga. Like gas done went up.
Gas done went up. That chicken wing can't fill my tank, man.
It can't, man. And having a space locally where artists can get paid, man, and people are coming to listen to comedy, not like it's an open mic, but they're coming to hear, to like have their ears tuned in to how comedy is done, man, to the values that we're all working towards. It's great, man. But this last show was
So
tough.
what was I was about to say, what was the last?
Last show was tough. So basically, I do my tickets live basically, so it's going to be a mix between people that I know and people I've never met, because it's accessible to the general population. First show, over 60% of that room. Well, for one, I sold out first show. 60% of that room.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 60% of that room, I never met a day in my life. So that was really amazing, and it was a great turnout. This next one, my when I started to do my marketing and publishing, it was way behind my due date, so that affected my sales. So like that was something I could like tune. Fine tune, but it affected how many people came to this show for the turnout. But it was such a good turnout. It was like, I think if I did 35 tickets, I think 20 something people came. So it was still a good turnout. But yeah, man. But when I had to close the ticket links down, probably about like 2 hours before, I saw like 6 names I did not know. So it was like, I ain't gonna say the names, but it was very suspicious. So I'm like, I don't even know what kind of energy I'm about to get, but we're gonna find out. Long story short, these were the kind of people. They was white, and
that's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, it was great. Oh yeah, we love white people.
Yeah, no,
but
I'm trying to cross over.
You trying to cross over? Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
But
fuck all that.
Go ahead, continue.
But however, in terms of what the culture was for the room, it was this thing where it's just like, nah, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do as a guest here. And
caucasity.
The caucasity was at an all-time high.
Oh, okay.
It was as high as the humidity was that day.
I got a PhD in caucasity.
You see what I'm saying?
All about it. Yeah. Okay.
So, when it come to that, it's like, I got a lot of West Side in me, but also like I got to know how to talk to people because I'm running a business. So it's like you got to figure out that customer service aspect still, because you also got you don't want your guests to feel like you're running an event that's not safe.
So that nobody puts words in your mouth. What were these guests specifically demonstrating in their podcast?
Oh man, they were banging on the tables, affecting how I might get my deposit back. I'm addressing them in a way to where they heckling, and it's like they just escalating it. And then where it took off at a certain point, you have somebody walk up in front of the stage, and like that's just kind of out of character for the culture of how we run our room. And we handled it accordingly. Like it was something where we got a chance to get to the guy, talk to him, de-escalate the situation. Perfect like customer service, but it was just a thing where it's like I didn't account for that. Well, you know what I'm saying? I didn't account for it.
Yeah, it sounded like they were just a little not accustomed to comedy, period. I wouldn't chalk that up to caucasity. I didn't get a Karen of anything of that. That just seemed like they don't know what comedy
you were on that show too, right, Jerrel?
I haven't done one of his shows.
Oh, you wasn't
done one yet.
I was doing the rooftop show.
Did I do the inaugural show?
You did. Does that mean first?
Yes.
You did. Yes, you did.
Knew what that meant.
No, I really didn't. I've never known. I've actually never known what that meant.
What?
Yeah.
We finally found a word that Dionte
I didn't know that.
We on here playing hip hop Scrabble right now, y'all.
I didn't know what that meant.
Words and everybody, that was the first one.
I'm never gonna lie. Like I might not know what shit mean, but yeah, man. Like you definitely blessed me.
We had the good with us, me, Dick Dickerson.
Yeah. We had Trip Fontaine. We had Sister Lulu.
Yeah.
Yep. Sponsored by Near UTV.
The food was one of a kind. I must say that.
Man.
If I could have stole some more mac cheese.
Yeah, man. Shout out.
Hey, Johnny, how we doing on time?
Not your mama's food.
Okay, cool.
Where we at?
We got 15 minutes left on it, so we can still get into
So what's your plans for moving forward?
Moving forward, comedically? or just overall?
I mean, you had a speed bump. So is this going to be like
with the show? Like
with the show, are you going to do it like
how
monthly
you gonna
or
have to be on brand of what you still
as you move forward with it? I mean, you said you had a few people, but you got them straightened out. So
yeah, it wasn't anything that I haven't already been trained to deal with working at the Funny Bone. It was a very small thing.
You got security at your spot?
Yeah,
like a dude. Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, we do now. We do.
Hire blanket man.
Yeah, and it's just that thing where it's like things happen where you're like, okay, there's room for improvement here.
Right.
So coming up, I'm looking to do it bi-monthly more so because I want to give my right now I know who my audience is, and as I'm building my own capacity to like do this sustainably, I want to make sure like as I market my event, I give it enough time for sales to do what I would like for them to do. So maybe like a every other month thing. So I'm looking for September, and then getting that marketing down, making sure I can like people who I want to be on the show have the availability, and not asking you like damn near asking a comic to do something within the next month is damn near asking them like next week, damn near. So it's like you kind of got to give people, and really like if you can book 3 to 4 months out, you are a monster. Keep doing what you're doing. But that's where I'm getting to.
What are your modes of marketing?
What do you mean by modes?
Like so the people can know like where can they find this?
Oh man, you can find it on Instagram, Facebook. We are working on our own social pages, but right now you can find everything under
drop a name, brother.
Dionte 937, Dionte 937 on Instagram and on Facebook. Try to keep it simple so people can find it.
Right.
Yeah. But you said eventually y'all gonna transition to just your own page for just the showcase. Right now we got the email situated and everything, but more so like just really building that audience up and that platform up, and then just making it just one whole separate thing. Look, man, I remember when you'd be on the phone telling me about how you wanted to do the showcase and everything, man. I see you putting in the action, so that's great, man, because we need opportunities for a lot of comics and just the arts in general. I don't know if you ever want to expand it to, I don't know, sometimes I see shows having like one poet or a singer or some type of shit.
Well, you and I talked about that though.
We did talk about it. I didn't know if you was finalizing or thinking about it. I remember Ray used to have a show he'd do at Wiley's where it was like jazz and comedy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
When's the last time you did that?
It'd be dope when you do it.
Pre-pandemic. So we're working on some things, but we got vendors that want to be a part of it. So it just
we can explore that.
Yeah, we got grown and sexy, man.
And your ass was probably there.
Grown and I was
there. Jerrel be everywhere. Like how the fuck he here?
I was hanging out. This is before I was nephew. This was back when I was that little nigga over there.
That little nigga over there.
Yeah.
I was hanging out.
Observing the game.
I was hanging out.
It's a different vibe.
And dude, grown and sexy, man.
Let me ask you, what do you think about the Dave Chappelle purchase of Ohio's oldest comedy club?
Man, I'm really interested.
Well, hold on. Still technically, he didn't buy the club. He bought the building.
But the semantics around that are crazy, aren't they? The semantics around that is wild. Because the whole time he might be sitting there like, nigga, I ain't buy this club.
Yeah, right. What people are saying.
But I think whatever Chappelle attaches himself to, like the people love it and want to support it because of the brand. I think he did not buy the club though.
No.
Well,
did he not?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the basic. He bought the building.
All right.
But Wiley's pays rent to be in that building.
So they paying Chappelle rent.
Yeah, he's the landlord.
Yeah, he's the landlord. So technically he does own, I don't know if he owns the name and everything, but he owns the property.
Well, Wiley's is Wiley's. Wiley's can be Wiley's anywhere. He's like, but Wiley's doing it in that building, they just paying him rent.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So like in terms, here's this. I would be interested to see how creative management gets with the club.
Right.
Very much so.
Yeah, maybe a collab thing might happen. You don't know.
And I think right now Wiley's is really positioned in a great spot to be innovative and be advantageous about that, because I mean like I said, whatever Chappelle attaches himself to and he chooses to be a part of, it's a beneficial opportunity for everybody.
Writing the articles right now, but
so it's like, for me, like I hope it becomes something that can like inspire new comics on how they want to be in the scene, or I don't know. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for the Oregon district
Right.
I just want to. I mean, if it's only he bought the building, like I can't really think about too much because he's just a landlord.
Well, we shall see, man.
Yeah.
We
We
shall
don't
see.
know.
All I know
Because
is
a lot of
you know,
people
it's
don't.
cool.
A lot of people don't know that was the where iHeartRadio broadcast from at.
I applied to a job there, and dude never called me back.
Right. So I don't know how much equipment.
Really?
He what? Oh, okay.
Oh,
which
for
is
the
which is
radio
which is
there?
exactly why he bought it.
Right.
Probably.
So
Like,
there's
it's
probably
perfect infrastructure for him because
Right.
he's doing his own thing. Like he's about the network. He's doing his thing, man. Like
so like he's creating his own ownership of content is what I could possibly see.
Yeah.
Without having to leave the
Going down that
without
Kevin
having to
Hart.
go far away from home.
y'all think Wiley's gonna turn into one of them spots where Chappelle pull up and do a 3-hour rant?
Oh, imagine that, right?
You
When
think
you was
it's,
just coming in to work on your
Oh yeah.
new
you-
new joke about traffic
Well,
or
You
gas.
thought Sunday Comics was gonna be your night to shine.
Well, the thing
Not
is,
you, right?
Wop, wop, wop.
the thing is, depending on what, because I've heard some comics were like talking, you know, as we're in our different comedian groups,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Well, you just don't know, man. He might just start having his own people come in there and really, you know, make the club to where the New York cats come through or whoever he knows come through. That gives the club a whole different, not local. It goes like, because at this point, I think the people will come in just because of the owner now.
I was again to that point. Whatever Chappelle attaches himself to, people come out and support it, and they're successful. Now, if we talking about the like concerns I have, my concerns only come from if he has an influence on how the club is ran. Like
Right.
if he gets to dictate that, and it's just more
Yeah,
so
you
like
just don't know
you
what
you just don't know, and it's
it's
and,
unsure.
yeah, and,
right.
and you know, also it's just like at the end of the day, like the club employs us, so
Yeah,
it's
I
like
feel like I'm about to get laid off.
you see what I'm saying?
I'm,
like
I'm sitting
there's
down
new
nervous.
management coming in, so
Yeah.
like my
Sitting down
thing
nervous
is
as
Like
hell.
Bill Burr coming this
you see what
weekend
I'm
to work
saying?
on a new album.
So
You
I
ain't
know.
up.
So I know for myself, like when I read it, you know, I went on Facebook and I made a post and I was like, man, like when you are in Dayton, like you literally cannot help but just sit and watch the moves that like Chappelle makes, because
Oh,
he can
yeah.
do whatever the fuck he want to do, and it's
Right.
it's so inspiring to see. But however, when you like realize, all right, well, there's a certain community that I'm a part of where he's making decisions. It's like for me, I just hope it doesn't become a thing where it makes it hard for local comedians to do their thing. But also, I will say again, because it's all about how this inspires you to be creative. Like I think one thing I have noticed is like sometimes like this comedy thing, like we hit this ceiling because we get too complacent. And
Right.
I think this might be a thing where it's like, yeah, what if it does bring in other competition?
Yeah,
Like
get your game up.
Get your
Yeah,
game
get the
together.
game
Get your
together.
game
Yeah.
together. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
like more so for me, I look at it one way, but I'm not looking at it as like lack mindset. I just look at stuff. I don't know if it's being a Gemini or not, but like just seeing that duality of how a certain presence or dynamic can have an effect on a space and how it's used. So I mean, it could go
God
multiple
damn,
ways.
all of that.
It could go multiple ways, but
you
I'm ready for it
spe-
though.
You
'Cause
speaking
the-
at the NAACP
Oh,
next
bruh.
week? God
I just be
damn.
looking at shit.
The monetary gains of this for the whole district could be monumental.
Great. The Oregon gonna do well, bro.
It could be like Unk Nephew Wednesday night comedy show. Like, yeah, we get that.
Well,
Nigga,
yeah,
we getting laid.
You
dog.
know,
No, okay,
or-
we
or-
you don't know.
you know, you don't
You don't know.
No, yeah.
That's why you gotta step the game up.
And it's like if you've ever had the chance to be on the street when like Chappelle just shows up, right, in the Oregon, like
It just
a lot of what
switches.
he talks about is like, I'm trying to do this for the artist. So it's like
Right.
we really don't know what his intentions
set
are, and I think that's the one thing when it comes to Chappelle. It's like what I've noticed, the more he's been showing his face here, is how entitled people are to who Chappelle is. Like they think just because he on the street, you're entitled to access him or talk to
Yeah.
him, and it's like, nah, he's still a person too. So the same way we're like, as comedians, like I think that entitlement or that hope of entitlement shows up where it's like, oh well, because he'll be around, hopefully I can get put on or be opportunity. Nah, like that might not be, like you might not be a part of the plan, like, and don't expect yourself to be.
And
Like
don't be relying on another man
Yeah.
to fill your pockets.
Yeah,
man. Don't
like-
be waiting Like Chappelle's gonna give me that sixth stimulus.
He don't
like,
owe you
no,
that. He doesn't owe you that.
You gotta
earn that.
Figure your plan out, and maybe it will involve him, maybe it won't. But it's your journey,
man.
You gotta figure it out.
Like I said, my focus right now is to continue to do what I've seen. All the people who inspired me, and continue to make sure whatever I'm doing for comedy that I'm adding value and pushing the needle. So that's what I'm trying to do with like in the cut. Outside of that, that's what I'm doing for home comedy wise, on top of continuing to expand outside the state, like Chicago, Atlanta. I'm trying to get to LA soon, but like those are the spots that I'm hitting next, just because I have connections out there. So I mean, home's gonna do what home's gonna do, but like home isn't the end all be all for me. Like I'm at this point, like I've been going to Michigan. Like Dick Dickerson afforded me the opportunity, man, to go to Michigan. We hit Grand Rapids, Charleston, and Flint, and did like a 2-night 3-show run. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like just seeing that and getting out on the road and seeing like there's so much growth and connectivity I can't make at home. Right. So I have to get out and challenge myself.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I
most
welcome
definitely.
all that shit.
We gotta get out here and it's a big place. Yeah. So man, are we at the end? We
getting a little close. I think we got 5 left. So
you don't have to use all 5, do you?
I was gonna say you usually got your thing that you had.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You let me see.
You didn't have it ready this
I didn't write
the Alzheimer's kicking in.
I can ask my thing if you want, if you don't got it ready.
I'm gonna get them.
Oh, okay, let's see.
I'm going.
Let me
see here.
Damn it. This what happened.
No, you can't do that.
This what happened when people know you and they interview you. I don't know what they about to ask me. We got time in the car.
I'm gonna be sexual today.
We got time in the car. He horny?
No, I'm not horny at all.
You took a blue pill before you got it.
All right, y'all. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We only got 5 minutes. We only got 5 minutes. Maybe 4.
Ass or titties?
Come on.
Oh man. Damn.
Nah. Let me take that. Erase that off.
What?
Erase that. Nah.
All right.
Because that's too easy. Would you prefer a girl that was pretty or a female that was sexy?
Oh my God, sex appeal, sexy. Because a lot of pretty women ain't got sex appeal. They just pretty.
Right.
Their personalities be all. They probably can't talk about shit. Yeah. Sex appeal matters way more.
You don't have to. And see, I'm saying this for the ladies. If you put yourself together to a certain level, it tends to win over pretty.
I only like date sexy women though. Like I don't. Yeah. Like pretty is pretty don't go too far. And certain like pretty don't work everywhere.
Yeah. Like rap and hip hop. It's there's a difference.
You can by the way, I like titties, but you can put me down for both. I'll take pretty and sexy.
Yeah,
all right.
Both.
This has been a great interview.
I like that. That was great.
That's how we always end it off.
That's how we ended today.
Pretty sexy titties, y'all.
So you ain't gotta be real pretty to get with Dionte. Just get yourself together.
Dionte, shout out anything you got coming up soon or your social medias, whatever.
Oh man, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Dionte937 DIONTE937. In case some of y'all went to public school, I'm gonna spell it again. DIONTE 937. Yeah, you never know, brother. You got.
I went to private school and I needed you to spell it again.
Yeah,
but
man, expeditiously.
Listen, man, we were so happy to have you on here, man. We're definitely gonna try and make this happen again. It was a good vibe, man.
Oh, yeah.
Unk Nephew podcast where we debate about generational differences and get into each other's lives, man. This is a beautiful thing. Thanks for having us, man, here at the Green Room Studios. Anything you need to say, Ray?
Just be looking for our Unk Nephew on social media.
Yep. With a K. Unk with a K.
Unk with a K.
Unk
Nephew pod. Follow us. YouTube, Instagram. We got our pages, man. TikTok.
So you can
love y'all, man.
Chime in.
Love y'all.
Thank y'all for having me, man.
All right, brother.